Hey everyone, welcome to this deep dive, all about nailing that container equipment assembler interview.
Definitely a deep dive it'll be.
We'll cover those tricky questions, share some career insights from RoleCatcher's guides,
Oh yeah, those guys are great.
and even show you how their AI can help you really make your answers stand out.
It's pretty amazing what AI can do these days.
So if you're ready to impress those hiring managers, let's jump right in.
Sounds good to me.
Now, some people listening might not be super familiar with this kind of role,
Right, not everyone knows about this kind of work.
so maybe we can start by getting a clear picture of what a container equipment assembler actually does.
Yeah, so basically think about those massive boilers you see in power plants.
Oh, wow.
Or those intricate pressure vessels used in oil refineries, things like that. These are the skilled professionals who build them.
That's impressive.
They take blueprints and technical drawings, and they carefully assemble all the parts, build piping.
Oh, wow. So it's a lot of detail work.
It is, and they have to make sure everything meets super strict safety standards.
I bet safety is so important in those environments.
It's absolutely critical.
It sounds like a job that needs a really unique combo of precision, technical know-how, and serious problem-solving skills.
You got it. It's a challenging but rewarding role.
And speaking of problem-solving, RoleCatcher can really help you prepare.
For sure. They've got some amazing tools.
Their platform is awesome. It's packed with features for every step of your job search, from nailing the interview to actually building your career.
Definitely. I'm a big fan of their library.
Oh, yeah. Tell me about it.
It's got over 120,000 interview questions and answers.
Wow, that's a lot.
And they're all categorized by career and skill. It's super helpful.
You can find exactly what you need to practice.
Exactly. You can practice responses, get feedback from their AI.
The AI feedback is amazing.
And even use their video practice feature to get comfortable with the whole interview thing.
Oh, yeah, that's like having a personal interview coach right in your pocket.
It really is.
Okay, but let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Right. Let's get to those questions.
Let's dive right into those interview questions.
Love it.
RoleCatcher gives us a fantastic starting point.
Definitely.
And a classic opener is, can you tell us about your experience with assembling container equipment?
Okay, yeah, that one comes up all the time.
It seems simple, but it's your chance to really showcase what you know and what you've done.
Yeah, you want to highlight your relevant experience and all your key skills.
So how do you make sure your answer really stands out?
The best approach is to use the STAR method,
Me too.
situation, task, action, result. It's a way to tell a story that shows off what you can do.
Ah, okay. So instead of just listing your past jobs,
Right.
you're painting a picture, right? Like
Yeah.
showing them what you did, how you did it.
Exactly, and the impact you made.
So could you give us an example of what a strong STAR response might sound like for this question?
Okay, sure. Let's say you've got experience assembling pressure vessels.
Okay, common in this field.
Right, so you could say something like, in my previous role at, let's say, XYZ company, I was tasked with assembling these large-scale pressure vessels for a chemical processing plant.
Okay, that sets the scene.
Right. Following detailed technical drawings and welding procedures, I meticulously assembled the various components, conducted pressure tests,
Very important, those tests.
and ensured the vessel met all the safety and quality standards. The result was a fully functional, certified pressure vessel delivered on time and within budget.
Wow, that's a fantastic answer.
Thanks.
You've not only described what you did, but you showed your attention to detail,
Yeah.
your technical skills, and how committed you are to quality.
That's what they want to hear.
Now, the interviewer might dig a little deeper.
Yeah, for sure.
Ask about challenges you faced during assembly or how you handled something that didn't go as planned,
Those follow-up questions are where you really show your problem-solving abilities.
and how you think on your feet.
Exactly. So always have a few specific examples ready to go.
Okay, so we've covered the experience question. What's next on the list?
Well, another common one is, how do you ensure that the container equipment you assemble meets quality standards?
Makes sense. Quality is everything.
It is, and this is where you want to show off how meticulous you are and how well you understand those quality control procedures.
It's about showing you're dedicated doing top-notch work.
Exactly.
So don't just give a generic answer.
Right.
Mention those specific quality control measures, things you've done or that you're familiar with.
Yeah, like conducting pressure and leak tests, using precision measuring tools to be super accurate, or following those strict welding procedures.
And RoleCatcher's career guide for junior container equipment assemblers actually highlights these specific practices.
Oh, it's super helpful for anyone prepping for an interview.
It is, so you could say something like, I always double-check my work against the specifications. I perform those thorough pressure and leak tests, and I document every single step of the assembly process to ensure traceability and compliance.
That's a great response. You're showing them you understand quality control and that you have a system to make sure it happens.
Now, they might follow up by asking about a specific time when you found a quality issue and how you fixed it.
Right. Be ready with an example that shows off your problem-solving skills and your commitment to those high standards.
It's like turning a problem into a chance to show your expertise.
Exactly.
Now, let's talk tools.
Oh, yeah, the fun stuff.
Interviewers are definitely curious about your experience with those specialized tools and equipment used in container equipment assembly.
Of course they want to know if you can handle the tools of the trade.
So honesty is key here, right?
Absolutely.
Better to admit you haven't used a specific tool than to pretend you're an expert.
Yeah, they'll see right through that.
If you do have experience, be specific about how you used it, the projects you worked on.
Yep. And if you don't, just emphasize that you're eager to learn and that you can pick up new skills quickly.
That's important.
RoleCatcher actually has a section called Functions and Core Abilities that lists common tools and equipment.
Oh, that's handy.
It can help you prepare your answer.
So even if you've never used a plasma cutter,
Right.
you can still show that you're willing to learn.
Exactly.
You could say, well, I haven't used a plasma cutter yet. I'm a fast learner, and I'm eager to get some experience with this essential tool.
Good.
I've researched its applications in container equipment assembly, and I'm confident I can become proficient quickly.
Perfect. You've turned a potential weakness into a strength.
By showing initiative and a commitment to growing professionally.
They have to see that.
Now, they might ask about your experience with specific welding techniques or your knowledge of different welding equipment.
Right. Be ready to talk about your welding skills in detail. Show off what you know about industry standards.
So it's about proving your technical skills and your ability to learn and adapt.
That's it, in a nutshell.
Now, let's shift to a crucial topic. Safety.
Couldn't agree more. Safety's huge in this field.
It is absolutely critical in any industrial setting, especially when you're dealing with heavy machinery and potentially hazardous materials.
For sure.
Interviewers want to see that you get it, that you understand safety protocols and that you're committed to keeping things safe.
Absolutely. They want to know you can handle yourself out there.
So how should someone answer a question like, can you explain your understanding of safety protocols in container equipment assembly?
This is not the time for vague answers.
Right, be specific.
Yeah, be specific about the safety protocols you've used, or that you know about.
Use your experience, your knowledge.
And reference actual procedures and practices, like lockout, tagout procedures.
Oh, yeah, those are essential.
Right. Proper handling of hazardous materials, wearing the right PPE.
PPE, personal protective equipment.
Yep, all that stuff. You can even talk about your role in safety inspections.
And RoleCatcher's career guide has great insights into the work environment and safety considerations.
It's a fantastic resource.
It even mentions how important lockout-tagout procedures are.
Oh, yeah. Critical when working with machinery.
So you could say, I always make sure to wear the right PPE, like safety glasses, gloves, hearing protection.
Good.
I'm also super careful about following lockout-tagout procedures to prevent accidents.
Smart.
And I'm trained in how to handle and dispose of hazardous materials safely.
That's a strong answer.
It shows you're committed to safety and, those essential procedures.
For sure.
Now, they might throw in some scenario-based questions, like, what would you do if you saw a coworker not wearing their safety glasses?
Oh, yeah, those are common.
Or, how would you handle a piece of equipment malfunctioning?
Those are designed to see how you make decisions under pressure.
And how committed you are to safety for everyone on the team.
Yep, they want to see you can handle those tough situations.
Okay, so far we've covered experience, quality control, tools, and safety.
The building blocks of the job.
All super important for a container equipment assembler.
They are.
And we've seen how RoleCatcher can help you prepare strong answers to those common questions.
Their resources are top-notch.
But an interview is more than just answering questions, right?
Right. It's about showing who you are.
You want to show off your personality and your passion.
Definitely. That enthusiasm goes a long way.
And speaking of making an impression, RoleCatcher's AI features can help you really tailor your responses.
Oh, yeah. The AI is a game changer.
And stand out from the crowd.
You'll be miles ahead of the competition.
It's like having a secret weapon.
It kind of is.
Tell me more.
Well, RoleCatcher's AI looks at the job description and your CV,
Okay.
and it finds areas where you can really shine.
So it helps you focus on the right things.
Yeah, like imagine it highlighting keywords and skills from the job posting and then showing you how to weave those into your answers.
Wow, that's really smart.
It is. It's like having a personal career coach telling you exactly what the hiring manager wants to hear.
And don't forget their AI-powered feedback feature.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
You can practice your answers and get instant feedback.
On everything, clarity, conciseness, relevance.
It's like having an expert interviewer giving you tips in real time.
Exactly.
Okay, but let's shift gears for a minute.
Sure.
Let's talk organization and time management.
Essential skills.
These are crucial for any container equipment assembler.
Absolutely.
And interviewers want to see that you can handle multiple tasks and meet those deadlines.
They need someone who can stay on top of things.
So a question like, how do you prioritize tasks when assembling container equipment is bound to come up?
Oh, yeah, that's a classic.
And this is your chance to show how organized you are and how you handle pressure.
You want to show them you have a system,
So you can talk about specific frameworks you use.
like the Eisenhower matrix.
I've heard of that.
It helps you categorize tasks by urgency and importance.
That makes sense.
Or just describe your own personal system. The key is to show you have a methodical approach and you can stay organized.
So you're not just saying, I'm good at multitasking.
Right.
You're giving them concrete examples.
Exactly.
And what about those tricky behavioral interview questions?
Yes, those are fun.
You know the ones where they ask you to describe a specific situation or challenge from your past?
Those are all about seeing how your past behavior predicts your future performance.
Interesting.
And a common one in this field is, can you describe a time when you had to troubleshoot an issue during container equipment assembly?
Ooh, that's a good one.
It is, and this is where your storytelling skills come in.
Ah, so use the STAR method again.
Exactly. Paint a vivid picture of the situation, the challenge, what you did to fix it, and the positive outcome.
So don't just say, I'm a good problem solver.
Right.
Show them.
Exactly. And if you're drawing a blank, RoleCatcher's guide actually has some potential scenarios you can use.
Oh, that's helpful.
It is. You could talk about a time when you found a leak during a pressure test, how you found the source and fixed it,
It's about turning those challenges into opportunities to show off your expertise.
and how you handle pressure.
Speaking of pressure, deadlines are a fact of life in this field.
Oh, yeah. Always working against the clock.
So how should someone answer? How do you ensure that all container equipment assembly work meets deadlines?
This one's all about your time management skills and how you work under pressure.
Makes sense.
Talk about planning, prioritizing, breaking down big tasks into smaller ones, creating realistic timelines, all that good stuff.
So it's not just about working fast.
Right.
It's about working smart.
Exactly. And don't forget to mention that you can anticipate delays and address them proactively.
Be one step ahead.
You could say something like, I always create a detailed work plan, prioritize tasks, and build in some buffer time for unexpected issues. If I see a delay coming, I communicate with my team right away and we find solutions.
Perfect. You're showing that you're proactive and solution-oriented.
That's the key.
Now, we talked about quality standards before,
Right.
but there's a question that really gets specific. How do you ensure that all container equipment assembly work is completed to the required specifications?
Yeah, getting down to the nitty-gritty.
This one's about precision, attention to detail, being methodical.
You got
Mention those steps you take to be super accurate.
like reviewing those blueprints carefully, double-checking measurements, using those precision tools, documenting everything.
You're showing them that you're not just putting parts together,
Right?
you're building a high-quality product that meets strict standards.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to mention your past successes.
Like if you always aced those quality control checks or got praise for being so meticulous.
They love to hear about that.
Now, for anyone aiming for leadership roles,
Okay, moving up the ladder.
they might get a question like, how do you manage a team during the container equipment assembly process?
That's a big one for sure.
This is your chance to show off your leadership style.
And how you inspire and motivate a team.
So what are some key things to focus on?
Well, you want to show that you're collaborative and supportive.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Exactly. Talk about clear communication, delegating tasks based on people's strengths, building a positive environment, empowering your team members.
Sounds like a great environment to work in.
It is. And RoleCatcher's container equipment assembler. Career stages section actually has some insights into how leadership changes as you become more senior.
Oh, that's helpful to know.
It is. You could say something like, I believe in open communication, creating a space where everyone feels comfortable sharing their ideas
Love that.
and providing clear guidance and support to help everyone succeed.
That's a great example of a leadership style that's all about teamwork.
That's what they want to hear.
Okay, so we've covered a lot, from experience in quality control to safety, problem solving, and even leadership.
We've hit all the major points.
And we've seen how RoleCatcher can help you prepare those answers.
Those resources are gold.
But beyond just acing the interview,
Right.
it's also important to understand the bigger picture.
The whole career path.
The trends, the opportunities for advancement, how technology is changing things.
That's all connected.
And luckily, RoleCatcher's Career Guide has tons of insights into those areas.
Oh yeah, it's a fantastic resource.
So we'll dive into those career insights next
Wow.
time.
Looking forward to it.
And we'll explore how RoleCatcher's AI can help you tailor your answers for maximum impact.
The AI is seriously impressive.
But before we go,
Okay,
we want to leave you with something to think about.
a little homework.
What aspect of becoming a container equipment assembler excites you the most?
That's a good question.
Really think about it, and we'll be back soon to continue exploring this amazing career path.
See ya then. Welcome back to our deep dive, everyone.
It's great to be back.
Before we jumped into those other topics, we left you with a question to ponder.
Right. A little something to think about.
What aspect of becoming a container equipment assembler is the most exciting to you?
It's a good question to consider,
It is.
Because that genuine excitement, it really shows in an interview.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But thinking beyond the interview,
Right, the bigger picture.
it's important to understand the whole career landscape,
Definitely.
the potential for growth, how technology is impacting things.
It's all part of the equation.
And that's where RoleCatcher's Career Guide is so valuable.
It really is a fantastic resource.
It gives you those insights into industry trends, potential career paths, all those strategies for moving up.
So much good stuff in there.
Well, let's talk job outlook for a second.
Okay, yeah, the future of the field.
With so many industries relying on containerized equipment,
Right. Think about all the different applications.
I imagine the demand for skilled assemblers is pretty strong.
You're absolutely right. It's a good time to be in this field.
It's good to hear.
RoleCatcher's Industry Trends section actually highlights that the Bureau of Labor Statistics projects 4% growth from 2019 to 2029.
4% growth, that's pretty solid.
It is. It's about as fast as the average for all occupations.
That's reassuring.
It is. Suggests there's going to be consistent demand for skilled professionals.
So a good degree of stability.
Definitely a career with a future.
But what about moving up the ladder?
Yeah, the next level.
What are some of those potential paths for advancement?
Well, RoleCatcher has a section called Elevating Your Career, Strategies for Advancement.
Okay, I like the sound of that.
And it outlines some interesting possibilities.
Hey, tell me more.
So with experience and expertise, you could move into supervisory or management roles.
Okay, so leading teams.
Exactly, overseeing those larger, more complex projects.
That sounds like a natural progression.
It is taking on more responsibility, contributing at a higher level.
But what if someone is more interested in,
Yeah,
specializing in their craft
that's a great point.
rather than going the management route?
The guide addresses that too.
Oh, good.
You could focus on a particular type of container equipment or welding technique.
Okay, so becoming a specialist.
Exactly. Like, imagine being the go-to person for high-pressure vessels in the oil and gas industry.
Right. Wow, yeah, a real expert.
Or specializing in those super intricate cryogenic containers used in medicine.
That's fascinating.
Your deep knowledge in a niche area would make you incredibly valuable.
It's like being a master craftsman.
It is. You'd be sought after for your specialized skills.
Now, RoleCatcher also talks about continuous learning.
Oh, yeah, big time. The manufacturing world is constantly changing.
It's so dynamic.
New technologies, new materials, it's all happening so fast.
So we have to keep learning to stay ahead.
Container equipment assemblers need to be lifelong learners, always adding to their knowledge, honing those skills.
So it's not just about getting the job.
Right.
It's about staying relevant and adaptable throughout your whole career.
That's the key to long-term success.
So what are some ways that assemblers can engage in that continuous learning?
Well, RoleCatcher suggests a few things.
Okay, I'm listening.
Taking online courses or those vocational training programs, that's a good way to deepen your knowledge of container assembly and related skills.
Makes sense. Still up to date.
Yeah, and think about pursuing specialized certifications in welding.
Oh, certifications are always a good idea.
They are, like the AWS D1.1. That's a highly respected one in the industry.
So it's like leveling up your skills, right?
Exactly. And it can open doors to those higher paying jobs or more specialized roles.
It can also boost your credibility.
Oh, yeah, it shows you're serious about your craft.
And what about networking?
Networking is huge.
I bet.
Joining professional organizations like the American Welding Society or the Fabricators and Manufacturers Association International.
Those are big names.
They are, and they can connect you with some serious industry leaders.
It's like building bridges to success.
It is. You're connecting with others in the field, sharing knowledge, learning about the latest trends.
And you never know what opportunities might come up.
Exactly. Those connections can be priceless.
Okay, but let's bring it back to the interview for a moment.
Sure.
We've talked a lot about showing off your skills and experience.
Yeah, putting your best foot forward.
But how do you make sure your answers really resonate?
You want them to really remember you.
Yeah, how do you stand out from the crowd?
That's where RoleCatcher's AI-powered features come in.
Oh yeah, the AI is amazing.
It really is a game changer. We talked about their library of interview questions and the feedback.
Right. Those are awesome.
But it goes even deeper than that.
It's like having a secret weapon.
Kind of is.
Tell me more.
So their AI analyzes both the job description and your CV.
Okay, so it's looking at everything.
It is, and it finds areas where you can improve, really highlight your strengths.
It's like personalized advice.
Exactly. Imagine it picking out those keywords and skills from the job posting
Okay.
and then showing you how to work those into your answers.
Wow, that's incredibly helpful.
It is. It's like having a personal career coach who knows exactly what the hiring manager's looking for.
And they're guiding you every step of the way.
Yep, showing you how to tailor your responses.
And don't forget about that video practice with AI feedback feature.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
It's not just about what you say.
Right? Presentation matters, too.
It's about how you say it.
Exactly. The AI can look at your body language, your tone of voice, how you present yourself overall.
It's like having a personal performance coach.
It is, and it gives you insights to help you project confidence and professionalism.
It's amazing how technology can help people prepare for these big moments.
It really is a game changer.
Okay, but we've talked a lot about the positives.
Right, the good stuff.
It's important to be realistic about the challenges, too.
Of course, every job has its ups and downs.
And interviewers might ask about how you handle pressure, difficult situations.
Yeah, they want to see how you deal with those tough moments.
So being prepared for those questions shows maturity.
And self-awareness, it's a good quality to have.
So what are some of the challenges that someone might face in this role?
Well, RoleCatcher's career guide doesn't sugarcoat things.
Good, they keep it real.
They do. It mentions that the work can be physically demanding.
Okay, so not a desk job.
Not exactly. You're lifting heavy objects, working in awkward positions sometimes.
I can see how that could be tough.
And there can be exposure to loud noises.
Right, it's a manufacturing environment.
It is, but for someone who enjoys hands-on work, seeing those tangible results, being part of a team that builds essential equipment.
Yeah, that sense of accomplishment.
Those challenges might be part of what makes it appealing.
Right, it's all about finding the right fit.
Finding a career that matches your interests, your values, your strengths.
And remember, every challenge is a chance to grow and learn.
That's a great way to look at it.
Speaking of growth and learning, let's talk about technology.
Oh yeah, technology is changing everything.
How is it shaping the role of the container equipment assembler?
It's a fascinating question.
It is. Technology is transforming the whole manufacturing industry.
We already talked about AI in recruitment,
Right.
but it's also changing how things are done on the factory floor.
It's like the future of manufacturing is unfolding right now.
It is. Think about those robotic welding systems.
Oh, wow. Yeah, robots doing the welding.
They can do those repetitive tasks with incredible precision and speed.
Faster and more accurate than humans.
In certain areas, yes, they're amazing.
So does that mean robots are going to replace container equipment assemblers completely?
That's a question a lot of people have.
It is. It's a little scary.
I understand, but while automation can handle certain tasks,
Okay, those repetitive or dangerous ones?
right, it's not going to completely replace the human element.
Phew, that's a relief.
Container equipment is often complex.
Right, it's not just simple assembly.
You need problem solving, adaptability, and quality control.
Those are all human skills?
Exactly. Those require human expertise and judgment.
So it's more like humans and technology working together.
Precisely. It's about augmenting human capabilities, not replacing them.
I like that perspective.
And one example is computer-aided design, or CAD software.
Oh, CAD. Yeah, I've heard of that.
It's becoming really common in this field.
So how's it used?
Well, imagine building a virtual Lego set of the container before you even touch a real piece.
Oh, that's cool.
CAD lets assemblers see the final product in 3D, rotate it, zoom in, even simulate how the parts fit together.
Wow, that's so advanced.
It is. It saves time, reduces errors, and just makes everything more efficient.
It's like having a virtual blueprint.
Exactly. You can spot potential problems before they happen in the real world.
And there are other technologies coming up too, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like augmented reality, AR.
That's one with a lot of potential.
It sounds so futuristic.
It kind of is. Imagine wearing a headset
Okay.
and it overlays instructions or diagrams onto your real-world view while you're working.
Whoa, that's incredible.
It is. You could see step-by-step guidance, have access to technical specs, even get help from a remote expert.
It's like having a virtual guide right there with you.
Exactly. AR could revolutionize training, make complex tasks easier, and reduce errors.
So container equipment assemblers who embrace technology will have a real advantage.
Oh, absolutely. They'll be in high demand.
So continuous learning in this field.
Yeah,
It's not just about courses and certifications.
right.
It's about staying informed about all these new technologies.
And being able to adapt to change.
And RoleCatcher's career guide and skill guides are constantly updated, right?
They are always keeping pace with the industry.
So you're always equipped with the latest knowledge and skills.
Exactly. You'll be ready for whatever comes next.
It's incredible how RoleCatcher supports every step of the way,
They really do cover everything.
from getting the interview to navigating your career and staying ahead of the curve.
It's like having a career coach and a knowledge base all in one.
Now, before we wrap up this part,
Okay.
I want to circle back to those potential challenges.
Right. The not so fun stuff.
It's important to be realistic.
Absolutely.
While there are opportunities for advancement,
Mm-hmm.
competition can be tough,
It is. It's a popular field.
and not everyone wants to climb the ladder.
Some people are happy where they are.
So what are some alternative paths for those who want to grow their careers but don't see a clear path within their company?
That's a good question.
It is. Sometimes you hit a ceiling.
One option is to specialize even further.
Okay, so become even more of an expert.
Exactly. Become the go-to person for a specific type of equipment or welding technique.
So you're indispensable.
Exactly. Like you could focus on those high-pressure vessels for the oil and gas industry.
Okay, yeah, that's a specialized area.
Or the complex world of cryogenic containers used in medicine.
That's fascinating.
The deeper your expertise, the more valuable you become.
Makes sense.
Another option is to transition into a related field.
Oh, so using your skills in a different way.
Exactly. Something that leverages what you already know.
So what are some examples?
Well, think about quality control inspection. Your attention to detail would be perfect there.
Right, catching those tiny flaws.
Or welding supervision. You could share your expertise and mentor others.
Okay, passing on your knowledge.
You could even explore technical sales.
Oh, interesting.
You'd combine your technical knowledge with your communication skills.
So you'd be advising clients, promoting equipment.
Exactly. There are lots of possibilities.
Those are great examples of how you can branch out.
And networking can really help you uncover those alternative paths.
It's all about connections.
Attending conferences, joining those professional organizations, connecting with people in your field.
It can open doors to opportunities you might not have even known existed.
Exactly. You never know who you'll meet or what you'll learn.
Okay, but let's get back to interview prep.
Sounds good. Back to the basics.
We've covered those behavioral questions,
Right.
showcasing your skills, even using AI to improve your delivery.
You'll be super prepared.
But what about those curveball questions?
The ones that throw you off guard.
The ones interviewers sometimes ask to see how you think on your feet.
They can be a little unnerving.
They are, but they're also a chance to show off your personality,
Yeah.
your critical thinking skills, how you handle pressure.
They want to see how you adapt.
So how do you prepare for the unexpected?
That's the million-dollar question.
Any strategies for tackling those curveball questions?
Absolutely. Well, first, remember to breathe.
Okay, yeah, don't panic.
Take a moment, to gather your thoughts.
Collect yourself.
Exactly. It's perfectly fine to say, can I have a second to think about that?
Oh, yeah, for sure. They want to see you, Seth.
They do. And then try to, break the question down
Okay.
into smaller pieces. What are they really getting at?
Yeah.
What skills or qualities are they trying to assess?
It's about understanding the hidden message.
Right. Like, let's say they ask, if you could have any superpower, what would it be and how would you use it in this role?
Okay, that's definitely a curveball.
It is.
But I can see how it tests your creativity,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
your problem-solving skills,
Yeah,
even how well you understand the job.
exactly. The key is not to get thrown off by the format.
Right, just focus on what they're really asking.
Think about the underlying message. Maybe you choose super precision.
Okay, because you're so meticulous.
Exactly. Or the ability to see through metal.
Oh, wow. Yeah, like X-ray vision for quality control.
Exactly. You're connecting your answer back to the role and those key
And a
skills.
little bit of personality never hurts,
Oh, for sure. A touch of humor.
as long as it's appropriate.
Right. Always stay professional, but showing that you're quick on your feet and can handle the unexpected.
Those are good qualities in any job.
They really are. It makes you stand out.
Okay, so as we wrap up this deep dive,
Yeah, it's been a great conversation.
it has. I want to emphasize one key takeaway.
Okay, what's that?
RoleCatcher can be such a valuable partner
Oh, absolutely.
throughout your whole journey, from prepping for that interview to exploring career paths and staying ahead of the game.
They've got everything you need.
Their AI platform and those comprehensive guides, they're incredible.
It's like having a career coach and a whole library of knowledge in your pocket.
It's amazing how technology can really empower people.
It really is a game changer.
So for anyone serious about becoming a container equipment assembler,
Yeah, if this is the career for you,
check out RoleCatcher. You won't regret it.
they'll help you every step of the way.
And on that note, we'll wrap up this deep dive.
It's been a pleasure.
It has. We hope you found it informative, insightful, and maybe even inspiring.
We had a lot of fun putting it together.
We did, remember, with the right preparation, a positive attitude, and the incredible resources out there.
Like RoleCatcher.
You can achieve your goals
And build a successful future.
in this exciting field.
Best of luck, everyone, and until next time.
Keep diving deep.